Michael Bruntz and Brian Christopherson here from Husker247 as Nebraska wraps up practice on Thursday with your 3-minute drill here in Lincoln. Brian, we got a little bit of clarity on the kicking situation for Nebraska this week. What can you kind of tell us about what Matt Rhule kind of had to say there?
Yeah, I got your memo to wear the white hat as well. But the kicking situation, still a little hazy, but we know some of the roles, like John Hull, who will be in his first game as in a Nebraska uniform. He's going to handle the kickoff duties, and it sounds like he would take on responsibilities for maybe longer field goal attempts, while Tristan Alvano would maybe get some of the shorter ones. Of course, Alvano's working his way back from a groin injury where he had a minor procedure just before fall camp. He was described at being like 90% like a week or week and a half ago. But as Rhule said, there's a big difference, especially as a kicker, between 90% and 100. So we'll just have to see how much Alvano goes, or if he goes at all. But it sounds like John Hull, in some capacity, at least in kickoffs, we're going to see for the first time. Another interesting topic is a new addition to the roster that just popped up like a few days ago, and Matt Rhule talked more about that.
Yeah, former LSU tight end Mac Markway out of the St. Louis area showed up as classes got started in Lincoln on Monday. He's now on the roster, is immediately eligible, played in 12 games last year at LSU as a true freshman, primarily on special teams, but he did catch a touchdown pass last season. So, a lot to get up to speed there, but, a 6'4", 260-pound tight end is kind of intriguing when you start talking about pairing him with Thomas Fidone and some of the other guys in that room. So somebody to kind of look forward, towards the end of the season maybe, or midpoint of the season, as a guy that can potentially contribute there for Nebraska.
Yeah, I thought Rhule sounded legitimately excited about what he could do over time. Obviously, it will take time. He's also excited, our third point here, about his football team. He thinks they're a really good football team, and now you got to go prove it to everybody. But he really believes in them. He was very laid back, I felt like, today, 2 days before the opener against UTEP. He was talking about they're going to have a single-digit dinner, him and his wife Julie, where he's going to have the guys who are in single digits over to the house, and he joked how he'd kick them out of the house at 8:01, and then he even had a little jab at Paul Feinbaum, who of course was critical of Matt Rhule earlier this year when Rhule said he thought 4 teams should be in the Big Ten. He mentioned that Feinbaum at one point signed a book for him and autographed it and said he's a great coach, and said things change, I guess. So he was in a good mood as he talked about openers past that he's coached in and the opener ahead. So he feels good about this team. Now we'll see if they're what they think they are.
About 48 hours left till Nebraska and UTEP. Keep it locked on Husker247 for all your coverage before, during, and after Saturday's season opener.